Ladies and gentlemen, every building that pierces the sky began first as an idea. Every triumph, every invention, every revolution started not in the hands, but in the mind. Success, too, is born in that invisible space behind your eyes. It does not come from luck, nor inheritance, nor accident. It starts within you, with your thoughts, your beliefs, your inner dialogue. Before you can hold success in your hands, you must hold it in your mind. See, your thoughts are seeds. The mind is the soil. Whatever you plant with faith, emotion, and repetition will grow, whether weeds or roses. That's up to you. Some people look at the mount and say, "That's too high." Others look and say, "That's where I belong." What's the difference? It's not the mountain, it's the mind. The battlefield is not out there in the world, it's inside. And when you win there, the rest of the world must follow. Success begins the moment you decide with clarity and conviction exactly what you want out of life. This decision must go beyond a passing wish or fleeting desire. It must be a definite, unwavering purpose that burns within you. Most people never reach success because they never take the time to define what it truly means for them. They drift through life, reacting to circumstances, following routines, and hoping for better days. But hope by itself is not a strategy. The mind needs direction. It needs a target. Without a definite purpose, energy is scattered, potential is wasted, and time is lost. When you establish a clear goal, your mind begins to organize itself around it. You start noticing opportunities that were invisible before. You attract people, resources, and ideas that align with your aim. It's not magic. It's the natural power of focused thought. The world tends to step aside for the person who knows where they're going. Having a definite purpose also brings strength in moments of difficulty. When challenges come, and they will, a strong why gives you the resilience to push through. Vague intentions will collapse under pressure, but a clearly defined purpose fuels discipline, inspires persistence, and builds momentum. It becomes your internal compass, your reason to rise when you fall. Your purpose doesn't need to be grand in the eyes of others. What matters is that it is real to you. It must resonate with your spirit, and once you've found it, commit to it with everything you've got. Write it down, speak it aloud, visualize it daily, let it dominate your thinking. The truth is simple. You cannot hit a target you haven't set. And until you decide exactly what you want, success will remain just out of reach. Decide, and the path will begin to form. Whatever you deeply believe, you move toward, consciously or not. Faith, in this context, is not tied to religion, but to belief in yourself, in your vision, and in your ability to make that vision real. If you believe you are destined to succeed, your actions will align with that belief. If you believe you will fail, no amount of talent or opportunity will save you. The mind is incredibly obedient. It delivers what you consistently feed it, and the most powerful fuel you can offer it is belief backed by emotion. You don't need others to believe in you before you begin. You must first believe in yourself. True faith is not blind, it's bold. It sees what hasn't happened yet and acts as though it already has. It is a quiet certainty that your goal is not only possible, but inevitable, if you stay the course. Doubt is the enemy of all achievement. It whispers excuses, delays action, and invites fear. Faith, on the other hand, propels you forward. It sharpens your decisions, energizes your efforts, and keeps your vision alive, even when the evidence around you is lacking. To build this kind of mental certainty, you must repeatedly affirm your goal, visualize its completion, and speak success into your life daily. The more you do this, the more your subconscious mind begins to accept it as truth, and then works tirelessly to bring it to life. Belief is the starting point of all greatness. It transforms the invisible into the inevitable, and the stronger your belief, the less you'll be shaken by setbacks. Others may call it confidence or inner strength, but at its core, it is simply faith in action. Nurture that faith, protect it, and feed it daily. because what you believe about yourself ultimately determines what you become. The thoughts you repeat to yourself day in and day out become the foundation of who you are and what you achieve. This is the principle of autosuggestion, the act of deliberately feeding your mind with the words, images, and emotions that align with the life you want to create. Most people talk to themselves all day long without even realizing it. They replay fears, doubts, limitations, and past failures on an endless loop, and then they wonder why their lives reflect struggle, hesitation, and lack. But the truth is simple. Your subconscious mind believes whatever it hears often enough, especially when it's charged with emotion. Autosuggestion allows you to take control of that inner dialogue. It is the process of reprogramming your mind with intentional thoughts, affirmations, and mental images that support your goals. When done consistently and with emotion, it begins to reshape your beliefs, and those beliefs shape your behavior, and your behavior, repeated over time, becomes your results. Speak to yourself like someone you believe in. Tell yourself you are capable, worthy, disciplined, powerful. Say it out loud. Write it down. Visualize your success until it feels real. This is not wishful thinking, it's mental conditioning. Just as the body responds to repetition in the gym, the mind responds to repetition in thought. You may not control every event in your life, but you absolutely control what you feed your mind, and what you feed it, it becomes. If you constantly tell yourself you can't, you won't. If you tell yourself you will, you start to move in that direction. Autosuggestion is the steering wheel of your inner world. Use it with intention. Speak your vision until you believe it until you live it, and once you live it, success becomes not a surprise, but a reflection. Success does not come from knowing everything, it comes from knowing what matters and applying it with purpose. Many people confuse knowledge with power, but only applied knowledge holds true power. The difference lies in focus. You can read hundreds of books, attend countless seminars, and collect certificates, but if that knowledge isn't directly tied to your goal and used in action, it remains dormant, like fuel stored in a tank that never touches the engine. Specialized knowledge is the kind that's directly relevant to your chosen purpose. It could be mastering a specific skill, understanding a particular industry, or gaining insight into a strategy that directly moves you forward. This type of knowledge is your personal arsenal. It gives you an edge. It allows you to make clearer decisions, move with confidence, and solve problems that would stop others in their tracks. What's even more powerful is that specialized knowledge is accessible to anyone willing to learn and apply. You don't need a degree or a title to develop it. You need curiosity, focus, and action. The world is overflowing with information, but few people take the time to extract the parts that apply to their mission and put them into motion. Success is not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about becoming the most resourceful. When you lack a skill, seek it. When you face a challenge, research it. When you need guidance, find someone who's been there. Specialized knowledge is not just learned. It's earned through intention, experience, and persistence. And remember, knowledge by itself changes nothing. It is what you do with it that counts. Make it practical. Make it purposeful. Let it fuel your journey, not distract from it. Learn what you need to know, apply it without delay, and let the results speak for themselves. Every worthwhile goal will test your patience, your will, and your endurance. The path to success is rarely smooth. It's filled with setbacks, delays, and moments of doubt. What separates those who succeed from those who give up is not talent, intelligence, or even opportunity. It's persistence. The ability to keep moving forward step by step, especially when progress feels invisible, is the defining trait of all great achievers. Persistence means continuing despite difficulty, not because it's easy, but because your purpose demands it. It is fueled by your vision and powered by your decision to never quit. Challenges will arise. You may face rejection, failure, or even ridicule. But if your purpose is strong enough, you will keep going. Not because you're fearless, but because quitting is not an option. Every time you persist through a setback, you strengthen your character. Every time you push forward when nothing seems to be working, you build invisible momentum. You may not see the breakthrough right away, but beneath the surface, something is shifting. The world rewards those who outlast the struggle. Persistence must be partnered with flexibility. This doesn't mean stubbornly repeating what doesn't work. It means staying committed to the goal while being willing to change the method. Learn from the setbacks, adjust the plan, but never abandon the mission. The road may twist, the pace may slow, but the direction remains forward. Most people stop 3 feet from gold. They give up when the result is just around the corner. You must decide now that you won't be one of them. Train yourself to push. One more day, one more hour, one more attempt. Eventually, your effort compounds. Your persistence becomes power, and your victory becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Keep going until. Then go further. You do not succeed alone. No matter how driven, intelligent, or disciplined you are, your environment plays a massive role in shaping your thoughts, your standards, and your actions. That's why aligning yourself with the right people, those who uplift, challenge, and sharpen you, is one of the most powerful moves you can make. When you surround yourself with minds that are also focused, ambitious, and growth-oriented, you elevate by association. People influence you more than you realize. Their words, their energy, their habits, these all seep into your subconscious. Spend enough time with complainers, doubters, and excuse makers, and eventually their limitations will begin to sound like logic. But surround yourself with people who speak vision, who solve problems, who push for more, and their mindset becomes contagious. Their belief in you becomes a mirror that reflects back your own potential. A strong inner circle holds you accountable. It doesn't let you settle. It calls you higher when you drift and reminds you of who you said you wanted to be. You want people around you who won't just celebrate your wins, but who will also challenge your excuses, call out your blind spots, and walk with you through the process, not just the outcome. This kind of alignment is not accidental. It is intentional. Choose your circle like your future depends on it, because it does. Seek mentors who have already done what you want to do. Build friendships with those who are on the same path. Limit time with those who drain your energy or anchor you to the past. Your potential multiplies in the right company. Great minds don't just think alike, they grow together. So protect your space, elevate your circle, and watch how quickly your progress accelerates when you're no longer climbing alone.